Hello everyone, welcome to National Focus. I'm your presenter Tarnia Green. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Among the major developments, Prime Minister Skerrit calls on citizens to be responsible in curtailing national expenditure bill. Loss of spiritual values may be the cause of increase in crime, and 83 students graduate from the Dominica Grammar School. Join me as I bring you the details of these and other stories when National Focus returns. Stay with us.
Together we build, together we strive. We see it all on your Government Information Service, Channel 7. This is the Government Information Service, bringing you all that you need to know about all that's happening in your country's development. GIS, you and your channel.
Welcome back. Time now for the details of the news. Police Chief Cyril Carrett has declared that by withholding information that could possibly solve crime, people are surrendering their freedom to criminals. The chief was speaking at the Margot's Crime and Violence and Antisocial Behavior panel discussion earlier this week. He also said that the silence from eyewitnesses encourages criminal behavior to flourish.
Some persons are afraid to pass information. When you get yourself in a situation where you're afraid to pass information, what you're going to do is are going to surrender your freedom to the criminals, and you're going to cause the criminals to flourish. I think you have to take criminals head on sometimes. And I can tell you, from where I sit, from what has happened already, we have had instances where persons have passed information, and we know definitely if we pursue matters in that way, that it might just expose the person, and we don't want to expose them. We don't want to expose anybody to any harm from anybody else. And we try to deal with it as professionally as possible.
Chief Carrett shared his regret that not enough persons attend the panel discussions, although every Dominican is aware of the recent wave of crime and violence affecting Dominica.
I always lament the fact that very few people attend those meetings. When we listen to what is happening in the world today, in our communities today, I think more people should take a keen interest in participating in those type of forums to ensure that we can send the state of violence and the level of deviance going on in our various communities.
In other news, everyone should hold himself responsible for curtailing the national expenditure bill, says Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit. The Prime Minister highlighted that his government will continue to curb unnecessary spending, but he believes that citizens have their role to play in that regard. Honorable Skerrit, who was speaking to GIS News, referenced some ministries in the public service as examples.
And everybody has a responsibility to play. You know, our electricity bill is too high, our water bill is too high, our gas bill is much too high. You know, some ministries, I understand, have run out of allocation for gas bill. And it's not because in most cases that they're doing government work. Some cases they're doing other things with government vehicles. And these things cost money. Every vehicle you have on the street, insurance, you have gas, you have maintenance and so forth. And all those things, when you add them up, can be in the millions. And therefore, everybody has a responsibility to play about in containing discretionary actions, discretionary spending.
In more news, the loss of spiritual values and the worship of money and material possessions could be contributing factors for the surge of violent crime in Dominican communities. Richard Charles, a resident of Margot, made that observation at a cabinet-organized forum on crime and violence in Margot on Tuesday evening.
The values that existed before, the values that we learned from the good book, the Bible, we have lost that. And we are, some of us, we have set ourselves on the dollar, on material things, And these are the areas that we are heading. Anything that doesn't bring a dollar is not good. So we go out for those things. We lose all principle, all integrity, and we just go to blame or to get certain things, no matter what it costs. Whether we prostitute ourselves, we kill our neighbor's child with drugs, or whatever we do, once we make the dollar, that is what is important. So I think this is one of the areas that we are going down a road where we are losing our spirituality and we are heading for material thing as the thing that is guiding us. That is our guiding principle.
Mr. Charles is also laying blame to irresponsible behaviors of adults within the society.
The adults in the society, we always beat up on the young people, the youth this, the youth that. But the youth can only behave to what they see. When the parents behave, when the child misbehaves in school, and it's brought to the parents, sometimes the parents want to go and fight down the teacher. So you want to go over there, they go and they do it. They curse up the teacher, they fight the student, they're not fighting the student. Now, that young child see their father or their mother misbehaving in that way. How do you think that child is going to behave later down? Or even right at that time? The child is seeing the way the parent is behaving. When the parents make certain comments at the home on basic little things, the comment the child is hearing, the children are very smart. And they are hearing what is going on. And they are hearing we adults say certain things. But we are so hypocritical that when we come in the public, we try to cover it up. But the children learn from us. And all our behavior in society now is to bring down people, beat down people, and just treat people. There is no love.
Over the past few months, the government of Dominica has embarked on a number of forums geared at getting to the root of the cause of crime in Dominica, with a view to identifying ways in which criminal activities could be minimized. 83 students graduated from the Dominica Grammar School on Wednesday. The ceremony was held at the Arawak House of Culture under the theme, "If Opportunity Does Not Knock, Build a Door." This is how Principal Alicia Jajak described the last school year.
Never a dull moment. These words resounded in my mind as I reflected on the activities of this school year.
In her report presented at Wednesday's ceremony, Jajak noted some of the achievements of the school, including its performance at the 2011 CXC exams.
The overall pass rate was 73.29% for the school. 14 subjects registered pass rates above 85%. They were agricultural science, electricity, history, literature, food and nutrition, home management, integrated science, office administration, physics, principles of accounts, principles of business, social studies, technical drawing, and woodwork. 81 of the 123 students who wrote the CSEC exams passed 4 or more subjects, with English language recording the highest number of grade 1s. We do speak good English at the school.
The school official believes that the graduates' experience at the DGS have prepared them for the transition into college or employment.
I am confident that they will not be overwhelmed by the large groups that they will encounter at the Dominica State College. They are used to that. They can work under pressure, and they are used to being flexible. Graduating class, welcome to the club of the distinguished alumni of the Dominica Grammar School.
Delana Saint-Jean and Clem Francis were named the 2012 DGS valedictorians. Delana copped prizes in office administration, accounts, Spanish, chemistry, and principles of business. Clem Francis obtained prizes in mathematics, French, English literature, public speaking, physics, and biology. Sarah Lee Maxime, who obtained prizes in office administration and human and social biology, received the Salutatorian Award. Valandra John Marie was named the Student of the Year. The Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt Special Award for Academic Excellence went to Nicholas Evelyn. Minister for Education and Human Resource Development, Honorable Peter Saint-Jean, also addressed the graduates.
Did I hear somebody say free at last? Or excuse me, did I hear somebody say free from the shackles of Mrs. Jean-Jacques? Indeed, you may consider yourself to be free at last, but today really is the beginning of the continuation of your journey of life.
GIS News will bring you more details of Wednesday's graduation ceremony of the Dominica Grammar School in the weekend edition of National Focus. The Education Trust Fund continues to receive assistance from the private sector to support its goal of assisting disadvantaged students across the island. On Monday, representatives of Malcolm Stevens and Sons presented a check of $5,000 to the fund.
We believe that education is important and that every child deserves an opportunity to a good education. And this year we are happy to partner with the Education Trust Fund in that venture.
Minister for Education and Human Resource Development, Honorable Peter Saint-Jean, applauded the company for its contribution to the fund. He spoke of the importance of the Education Trust Fund to the improvement of the lives of young people.
We have a number of students across the island who are limited in various respects. Some of them have difficulty, and the parents have difficulty in providing textbooks for them. In other cases, it is uniforms and, of course, examination fees. And the trust fund has been that safety net that is addressing this issue.
Willie Favre is chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Education Trust Fund.
And this is another demonstration of the involvement of the private sector in helping disadvantaged students to access secondary school. As you would know, we provided assistance in the areas of textbooks, transportation, not as much as before because most children are now bused into schools free of charge through the government of Dominica. Examination fees, registration fees, and yes, these are the areas that we provide assistance.
And that's the English segment of the news. We now join McPherson St. Luce for the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, Premier ministre Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt, qui a fait parole qui situation économique qui a affecté OICS, a fait attention pendant le meeting OICS qui était en place en St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Il dit que ce gouvernement-là qui a ramassé moins l'argent, le gouvernement a dépensé l'argent pour ces pays-là, comme ça, sans même qu'à la causionné un problème, où ils ont discuté la situation. Il dit qu'il faut que ce gouvernement-là continue à avoir un service social, où ils ont poussé à dépenser plus l'argent. Ces chefs-là qui discutent la situation, ils ont joint moi encore. D'autres bagailles qui discutaient, c'était l'application Guadeloupe et puis Martinique pour venir membre OICS, appointement en chef justice, rapport, meeting, et puis chef opposition, et puis Civil Aviation Authority. À notre nouvelle organisation Ectel qui a fait parole qui pays OICS fait bien bon, qui concerne business télécommunication. Parole celle-là sorti hors ministère Telecoms Honorable Ambrose George. Ectel échoué report pour ces pays-là semaine passée.
Report OCD qui à Grenade, pays Grenade. Mobile service, il grandit 3% avec plus qui half c'est 10 000, plus qui 10 000 mobile service en Grenade. sorti hord mobile market là. À Saint Kitts et Nevis, ce qui plus haut internet service ces pays il grandit 10% avec internet service penetration il record en 23% en largesse. En Saint-Lucie, par exemple, telecommunication sector et one service pour GDP en Saint-Lucie valait 6,9%. Avec report là aussi dit que secteur en Saint-Lucie employé 500 moun avec et attracté 17 millions $17 millions en investment en Saint-Lucie. So Saint Vincent pour exemple aussi consumer demand pour fixed broadband il grandit 8% avec revenue il fait à Saint-Vincent il aussi haussé 20% et ça contribute 12% total revenue à secteur à Saint Vincent.
Dominica travaille à faire concerner climate resilience strategy pour Millennium Development Goal. Parole cela sorti hors ministre everyone, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Darrow. Honorable Darrow fait parole cela bagay ka concerner développement sustainable, growth and social protection strategy.
Dominique j'ai fait, j'ai mis toute bagay en place. Avec nos documents ça nous ka GSPS là. OK, avec GSPS ça identifier que ça gouvernement ni pour faire pour éradiquer la pauvreté et pour atteindre sustainable development. Et même document ça nous ka parler contre climate resilience strategy. Climate resilience strategy ça il prend toute bagaille contre GSPS là avec tout l'autre papier policy gouvernement. Ce c'est pas pour des questions nous fait pas quoi. Nous involve toutes ces papiers, tous ces grands papiers policy gouvernement pour éradiquer la pauvreté et pour sustainable development parce qu'on a des Dominique nous plein natural resources mais si nous pas servir bien oui nous ne pouvons pas servir dans la manière qui amène développement pour place mais nous pouvons servir dans la manière qui bien contrôle ça nous ça enjoy et la génération après nous ça serve.
Merci mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
When we come back, we'll bring you a few upcoming events and government notices. Please stay tuned.
This is a serious message from the National HIV/AIDS Prevention Unit in collaboration with the St. Martin's Secondary School Drama Group.
You're watching GIS.
Time now for the government notices. All those concerned are asked to note the following hurricane shelters and shelter managers for the communities of St. Joseph, Bells, and Coolibistry. St. Joseph, you have 5 hurricane shelters, and they are 1. The Isaiah Thomas Secondary School. The shelter manager is Julian Charles. The assistant shelter manager is Analda Bully. The St. Joseph First Grace Baptist Church. The shelter manager there is Peter Joseph, and his assistant is Lilia Joseph. The St. Joseph Seventh-day Adventist Church. Winston Defoe is the shelter manager, and Alixon Alexander is the assistant manager. The upper floor of East Block 1, where the shelter manager is Delight Defoe and the assistant is Vern Pendeng. And the lower floor of the East Block 2, where Conrad Schillingford is the shelter manager and Amalie James his assistant. In Bells, your hurricane shelters are the Bells Roman Catholic Church, shelter manager Juliana Gordon Esprit, assistant shelter manager Henson Esprit. And the Bells Government School, the shelter manager is Mona Esprit and her assistant is Andy Durand. Coolibistry, your hurricane shelter is the Coolibistry Government School, where the shelter manager is Nadine Laville and Erickson Robinson is the assistant. Management and staff of the center where adolescents learn to love and serve calls wish to inform the general public that applications are presently being accepted for the next program, which will commence on Monday, 3rd September at 8 a.m. Registration ends on July 6 at 2 p.m. Applicants must be at least 16 years of age or will turn 16 by December 2012. Birth certificates and a registration fee of $10 must accompany the application. A recommendation letter from your last school will be appreciated. A parent or guardian must accompany the applicant, and applications are considered on a first-come, first-served basis. And members of the public are asked to take note of the following numbers which could prove useful during the hurricane season. The Office of Disaster Management located in Jimmet. The telephone number is 448-8831 and the hotline is 448-7777. The Dominica Met Service located in the Canefield Airport. The telephone number is 449-1990 while the fax number is 449-2020. The Dominica Met Service located at the Melville Hall Airport. The telephone number there is 445-7878 while the fax number is 445-7849. The weather hotline is 447-5555 or you may visit the website at www.weather.gov.dm for updated weather reports. The Cultural Division is inviting nominations for the 2012 Golden Drum Awards. Individuals or groups being nominated should have at least 25 years experience in the field of culture, and the work of the person or group should have had positive impact in Dominica. All nominations should reach the Division of Culture at the Old Mill Cultural Center in Canefield by Friday, July 6, 2012. Meanwhile, the Cultural Division announces its 2012 Summer Arts Training Program for adults. Classes will be offered in steel band, art, Creole head tying, guitar, drum set, creative dance, stage management, and wood sculpture. These classes will be held during the months of July and August. There will also be a 2-week arts program for children from Tuesday, August 7 to the 17th. For further details about registration, please call the Cultural Division at 449-1804. Up next is your tip of the day. Time now for the tip of the day. Today we will share a few tips with you on what you could do to maintain a healthy weight. The weight that's right for you depends on many factors, including your sex, height, age, and hereditary. Excess body fat increases your chances for high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, diabetes, some types of cancer, and other illnesses. But being too thin can increase your risk for osteoporosis, menstrual irregularities, and other health problems. If you're constantly losing and regaining weight, a registered dietitian can help you develop sensible eating habits for successful weight management. Regular exercise is also important to maintaining a healthy weight. And that's National Focus. As usual, we invite your suggestions and comments. Please feel free to drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm, or you can visit our website at news.gov.dm, or you could visit our GIS Dominica page on YouTube and Facebook. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm your presenter, Tarnia Green. Thank you so much for watching, and do remember to join us again tomorrow.
Boy, you know what a tsunami is?
A tsunami, c'est les amis ou sous.
What parle sort?
I say all sorts of things. Si vous parlez de ça, a tsunami, c'est les namu sous.
Boy, you have to take it serious, boy, Phillips, boy. If you're drunk, tsunami is serious. Let me hear what a real tsunami would feel like.
Aïe! Ah! Oui, mon Dieu! Où n'est, moi,
No, my friend. Upokone. This is just a taste of what a real tsunami feel like. Because I'm poised your life depends on that.
Why?
So c'est ça qui fait ces moun la hod Sri Lanka, Japan avec ces places là?
My friend, you're right. A tsunami is swift, it is sudden, and it's deadly.
Il can balayer tout ça qui en chimay.
All you after an earthquake, listen carefully to me. Ouvrez yeux, open your eyes, open your ears. Move swiftly, move speedily, run. I tell you, run.
Ou panijeta.
I say, run. It's like Solomon.
Toute l'école, toute famille, tout travail, tout monde supposé savoir. Right now, where you running to? Sultano tsunami kavini.
This is not a joke.
Boy, Franklin, I don't want you to take it seriously. Eh? This is not a joke.
Tsunami is no joke. Yes, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
We go in higher. How come you see how Department of Disaster Preparedness is?
It's a message from the Management Office of Disaster in Dominica. Take it seriously.
Tsunami, c'est pas pour moi qui a fait wadi sous.
You hear that?
This is a serious message from the National HIV/AIDS Prevention Unit in collaboration with the St. Martin's Secondary School Drama Group.